Those video clips were completely generated using Google Vids, which is the AI video model you can access via the Google Vids app, which is what I'm using right now, as well as the Google Gemini interface itself. In some cases, working in the chat interface here can be really helpful, but I find it's faster and more effective in Google Vids. And the watermarks are much easier to work with. In case you don't know how to get here, when you're logged into your Google Drive, when you open the menu over here, you can open the Gemini app with this symbol, and you can open the Google Vids app right here. And these might not appear in the exact same place on your dashboard. I think that they tend to organize themselves at least, partially based on how often you use them, so they might be further down for you. And you absolutely can do everything that I'm going to show you right here in the Gemini app itself. But I find that Google Vids is a little bit more useful, and what I'm working on here is transitional scene footage for a video for a different YouTube channel. And I'll show you exactly how I came up with the prompts that I use to create these videos, and then we'll go through the process again together to create the next series of videos that I want. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That's the best way to see more online business and marketing and AI tutorials from me. And depending on the type of video you want to generate and what you're using it for, you might use a slightly different process than this. But the way that I started working on this video was just in the normal Gemini chat assistant. And I wanted to make a video on the topic of social contagion. So I asked it to do some research and provide me with examples of that. And then I just kept asking it follow-up questions until I had pretty much all the information that I thought I would need for the content of the video. You can see it's got all these sources cited. And then, once the above conversation contained pretty much all the information that I figured it would need, I used this prompt asking it to draft a script for a video with a specific title. I gave it a starting point for the script because I had an idea of how I wanted it to start, so I figured I would give it that. And because I use Gemini a lot, I knew that when you ask it to write a script for something, it typically doesn't just write the dialogue. It'll also write directions for what the camera should be doing or what the shot is of, and things like that. You can enable or disable specific tools. Some of them will force you to start a whole new chat, such as the video tool. But in Canvas, you can enable it or disable it in order to create documents like this. And so it wrote the script for me. And I can open that here. And then I used one prompt to just get it to simplify the script a little bit. And I also asked it to change what was previously of the shot into a detailed prompt for AI video generation, and so that's what I ended up with here. Video prompts are in the square brackets, and then I went to Share, and I exported it to Docs, so that I have an actual document with all of this in it. And I've been slightly modifying the video prompts, just to make sure that they do what I want. But the AI wrote 80 to 90% of most of the prompts that I'm using. If you want to do a simpler version of that, you can just start a normal chat with Gemini, give it an idea of the video that you want, and ask it to write a detailed prompt for the video generator. And another thing that I definitely recommend that you do in the vast majority of cases is start by generating an image. Okay, and that's what I did here. And in Google Vids, in addition to the video generation tool and a bunch of others, including avatar, voiceover, music, you also have the image tool. This is actually the first thing that I generated, and this is actually just a piece of the prompt. It's a piece of the video prompt from the script that I copy and pasted in here. It just says a historical charcoal sketch of 17th century Salem village under a stormy sky. So it gave me this sketch. And then I clicked on the image and went to convert to video, and that automatically opened the video generation tool. And that gave me this video, which is the animated sketch. And then the transition to the woman looking at her smartphone. And I downloaded this and added it to a new scene in the timeline. We can also watch it right here. And then over here on the right, I clicked on Extend and I asked it to show the woman being shocked or surprised, and then do a similar transition to the video of the bucket of ice water. This is one video clip, and then this is the second one that it generated. It's pretty much seamless, and now all that I have to do in order to make this part of the video is cut these clips together and add my voiceover reading from the script, which was also drafted by AI, and I could do all of that right here in Google Vids. In fact, I could generate the voiceover right here in Google Vids. Come back here, and I'll go to the image tool, and I'm going to select landscape, and I'll paste this in. And I'm just going to get rid of the subtle glitch effect part, because that part only really applies to the video, and we'll generate this. And I can click on this to preview it, and I can click on this to preview it, and then right-click to download it, right-click, and go to Save Image, As. And then I'll add a new scene that I can insert this image into. Okay, and then I'll say, Convert to Video, and I'll paste in the full prompt, and hit Generate. And while that's working, I can go and grab my next prompt. And I'm going to do the same thing with the next video prompt, provided for me by Gemini. I'll copy this and go back to Google Vids. And while I'm here, I can check on this. And just like with the image, I can right-click to save it. Do save it to my computer. Since I don't really need a scene with just the image, I'll just hit Replace, and it'll replace the image in this scene, and I can scale it up. And now I can play it as a part of the existing video. The ice bucket. And if I were just going to work in here, then I would need to add some sort of a transition in there, which wouldn't be difficult. I could have just started from this video and extended it, but it'll be really easy to add a transition in Premiere Pro as well. And so I'm going to add another new scene, and I'll go back to the image tool, add this prompt. And again, remove the part that refers to motion because we're not making a video yet. Make sure it's going to get me the right aspect ratio. Generate that. And then once again, click on the image, go to Convert to Video, add the full prompt, and generate this. And while this is working, I'll just mention, I think you do need a Premium or Pro Google Workspace account. In order to use these features of these tools, you might be able to do a little bit of video generation inside of Gemini with a free account. But I'm pretty sure you can't use the video generator in Google Vids on a free account. So if you want a way to try this workflow for free, I'll put my affiliate link for 11 Labs in the description. And with a free 11 Labs account, you can use this exact same workflow to generate images and then generate videos from those images. Now you can't use anything that you create with a free 11 Labs account for business purposes. It doesn't come with a commercial license, but their monthly accounts start very inexpensively. It's like $5 or $6. So, if you're looking for a free way to try this workflow and you don't want to sign up for Google Workspace, you want to use something other than Gemini. You want to use a different video model. All of that is available via 11 Labs, and I'll put my affiliate link where you can sign up for a free account in the description. Now let's see how this video looks. Not bad. And I can also click Replace over here, and it'll just put it into the scene there. And there probably won't be much of a transition again, but we'll see how this looks. Got the scene. And then it just cuts into there. So I'll probably just add some sort of like a dissolve in between these. And then that way it'll look pretty nice as it switches from one clip to the next. Summarize. You can use the Gemini AI app to create your prompts, to to create prompt, and to create an image, so that you know the video it generates is at least going to start looking the way that you want. And then, once you've got prompts and you've got an image, I find the best way to make videos, if you're using Google Workspace, is right here in the Google Vids app. You can do a lot in here. And if you don't have Google Workspace, I recommend a free 11 Labs account. That's going to be it for this Google Gemini video tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions or what your experience is like using these tools.